You have to conduct yourself properly. Not in the sex club. Sure as shit, wouldn't think so. I told you before, my rounds would include checking the parking lot. Every time I hit the parking lot, every hour, I'm finding 2, 3, sometimes 5 cars. I would shoo them away, and an hour later, 5 more cars would be there, new cars. If a car didn't see me coming, and I get close enough to the car, I'm finding someone with their dick in one hand and their phone in another. 10 out of 10. What they would do is they would try to flag in someone to their car before they walked into the club. They would light up their brights. They would throw their dick out of the window. They would smash their dick against the windshield. Anything they could do to distract someone from going into the club, from walking to their car. When I hit the parking lot on this particular night, 2 cars immediately back up and take off. They see me. I'm starting to walk through the parking lot and I see a car. Ooh, I got one. I start walking closer to the car and I see 2 guys in the car. I flip. Shit, you stole one of my customers. I'm a little disturbed. I'm a little upset now. I'm expecting them to be having sex. As I walk up closer to the car, they're not having sex. They're just sitting in the car. I knock on the window. They roll the window down. I say, guys, what's the plan? You guys coming in? They're looking at me. They're hearing me, but they're not answering me. I try to draw a response from them. Are you guys okay? I say. Again, nothing. They're hearing me, but not answering me. Finally, I say, what's going on? The driver starts to bark at me. Not like a big dog, like a small dog. Woo, 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 woo. As he starts barking at me, the passenger starts rubbing his head. It's okay, boy. It's okay. It's okay, boy. I think someone's pulling my leg. Where's the camera? Confusion. Don't know what the hell's going on is what's going through my mind. The passenger says, I am his master. He will do whatever I tell him to do. Okay, in my mind, if you want to bark and you want to be the master, no problemo. I'm going to talk to the master. So I start to talk to the master. When I start talking to the master, the driver whips something out from under his seat, throws it over his head, takes my eyes off the passenger, back to the driver, when the driver threw on a dog mask. It looked like a Batman mask with 2 holes, big ears coming off the top. I look at the driver. When he starts pampering, he sticks his tongue out and starts pampering right at me. The passenger grabs a cup from the cup holder, brings it up halfway, says, drink, boy. The man looking around, sees the cup, finds the cup, and goes drinking out of it with his tongue. He's drinking. Again, the passenger, drink, boy, good boy, good boy, he's telling the driver. I try to start to talk to the passenger again when the driver whips his head out of the bowl, water flies, and starts growling at me. Starts growling at me. The passenger tries to calm him down. That's enough, boy, he tells him. That's enough. That's enough. But the driver continues to growl. After about 2 times, the passenger says, that's enough! Screams it at the driver, at the dog, at the man. The driver starts to cry. Ooh, 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 like a sad dog. They have their own way to conduct themselves. It's called the pups. They had a party in the club a few months later. Was a shit show. I'll tell you about that. You have to conduct yourself properly. How did this all originate? How did I learn to talk like this? How did I become the motivator I truly am today? It was out of necessity. It was out of survival. In the club, I had to strengthen everybody from within, to build the self-worth in them through proper programming so we can all prosper. One liability in the club could ruin the whole club. So I went through, strengthened all the people around me through the program. I'm going to get up before you, so you're going to get up. I'm going to work longer, so you are too. And that's how it should be. We strengthen ourselves through that daily shit we could easily pass up, but we know we should do. The definition of a successful man is they looked up the common denominator, and the common denominator is a successful man will do plenty of things every day that lead to the evolution of his character that he doesn't want to do in order to have the future he desires. As soon as you're thinking on them pleasure-filled acts, that drinking, that partying, that drug use, the second you think all that pleasure is going to lead you to where you want to be, you are greatly mistaken. If you have ever said one time that you're going to do something, that should hold true for life. If you have ever looked down on the next man for something that he is not doing or lesser than you, then automatically you have held yourself to what you're persecuting him for just by integrity alone. So if you look down on someone and say they should be doing more, this or that, then just by not being a hypocrite, you have to hold yourself to that across the board. Soft people are always born when shit gets hard. Adversity gets thick, shit hits the fan. We see the soft in a lot of people. I walked right into that courtroom to see the undercover in a ski mask burying the club in lies. I asked him in front of everyone, have you ever been into a gay club? Knowing he was going to say no. That sex toy you say? That's a bidet. I bought it at Lowe's. Go do your undercover work at Lowe's. I know I was the target. I get it. But they didn't get shit because I'm still smiling with my finger in the air. When you're faced with everything and still stand, this is what matters. There are two ways to do it. The real way or the bitch-ass way. The bitch-ass way, they always have an excuse. They always had no choice. They always had to do what they did because they had no choice. I know plenty that didn't go that way. Respect those ones. Anyways, you're better off playing the long view, the smart route. It'll pay off more in the end. But the soft ones always have an excuse. I never ratted. My family's strong. My people are too. Conduct yourself properly. You know, I know. Let's go.